Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back for another Spotlight video with the Terminator. Today's Spotlight is on another fantastic looking historical strategy game that looks like a blend of Age of Empires and the Civilization games. Neolithic First City States is a real-time strategy game with city building aspects, military strategy, and character development. The game, as with some previous spotlights like Manor Lords and Falling Frontier, is being developed by one developer, and though no release date has been confirmed yet, there is a Discord you can join to keep track of updates, and testing is being rolled out for Kickstarters. So in this video, I'll be going through what we know about Neolithic First City States, what makes it so different and unique compared to other games in the genre, and why you need to keep a close eye on this one. In development for a few years now, Neolithic is set in one of the most least explored time periods in strategy gaming, the birth of civilization. So the Neolithic period right up to the late Bronze Age, and of course there is no other geographical area to explore at this time as the Eastern Mediterranean, where civilizations like the Hittites, the early Egyptians, or the Mycenaeans all thrived. The game is essentially an attempt at trying to merge micro and macro strategy gameplay in a meaningful and engaging way, and its core features include characters that will inherit and develop traits and skills, as well as equip and carry items, a procedurally generated open world with villages, towns, cities, roads, rivers, cultures that are historically accurate to the period and vary in playstyle, military formations, attack and defense styles, various types of fortifications, detailed city building and management, and finally, day, night, and seasonal cycles. All of these together will give you a sense of micromanagement for what your characters are doing, how they are contributing to the development of the town and its people, all the way up to the macro management of relations with other tribes, kingdoms, traders, how you gather resources, or even fight off pirates. It will come in English as well as various different languages, including German, Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And there are future plans for a multiplayer and co-op mode as well, which is really good stuff. The initial cultures will be the Sumerians, Mycenaeans, and Egyptians, so a very nice variety of factions to start with when it releases, but there's more promised as well, with the Kickstarter goals aiming for the addition of Assyria and the Hittites. The first thing that will immediately strike you is the visuals. It's not like super advanced modern games, it's much closer to something like Age of Empires 1, which is the primary inspiration for the game, by the way, with far more depth and meaning that by the looks of things will draw you in and keep you engaged with literally every aspect of your campaign. It may put some people off, but I think it's just fantastic. It's fresh, unique, in a sea of games that try so hard to blow your socks off. This one says, hey man, I may not look good, but I play great. The whole look of it also gives me a real sense of scale to the game, knowing that beyond the dark borders of what I can't see is a massive unexplored world with diverse cultures and people and stories makes me curious. That curiosity is going to have to be put on a leash while I work on the village, grow it enough to defend itself, or at least send out scouting parties to see what else is out there in the unknown. To me, the experience of doing that compared to something like Age of Empires, where the world is a lot smaller, where other tribes or factions are hell-bent on killing you, will be a lot slower and a lot more rewarding. What's most interesting about this game, though, is the fantastic blend of various different RTS mechanics and styles. From the micro level, you work on developing your character or characters who are able to inherit new traits and characteristics, as well as develop or increase various skills like chopping or farming or hunting. The coolest thing about this part of the game to me is the characters are customizable. You will be able to add tattoos, body paint, hairstyles, and much more, which is just insane. To do that in an RTS sounds absolutely wild to me, which is why this game is so exciting. The items characters can carry and use is another interesting area. They'll be able to equip weapons that enhance their combat effectiveness or tools that help them hunt or farm better. All items will be craftable by specialists in your village, but the resources you'll need to get them may not be in your immediate area, which means you'll need to either trade for them or raid other tribes to take them by force. On a more macro level, you'll of course be doing some city building and management, much like in games like Age of Empires, where people will have to be assigned tasks like farming or building. In the early days of your village, it will be crucial to prioritize which tasks come first, but also how your people deal with things like harsh snowy weather or a pack of wolves attacking your village. All of this is procedurally generated, so there's no telling what might happen while you're playing, and that is just fantastic. As well as customizing your character, you'll be able to go wild with your village as well, with things like lamps, roads, canals, statues, or even monoliths. We're just scratching the surface of what's possible with this game, and it is incredibly exciting. The experience of meeting other cultures and factions, of course, means you will need to engage with them. Diplomatically or not, you'll be able to establish trade routes, vassalize other tribes, or conquer them completely if you like. I'm just spitballing here, but imagine trading with another tribe and agreeing to trade, I don't know, some weapons for one of your cattle herds. One thing that you could do is escort the herd over to the tribe for the exchange. Add the procedural element of the game and maybe lightning strikes and scares off some of your cattle. You'll have to go find them, bring them back to the main herd and navigate your way back to the village, or brave on through the thunder on to the friendly village for the exchange. The point I'm trying to make here, guys, is because the world is procedurally generated, anything is possible, and that makes engaging with this world around you so much more interesting compared to other games in the same space. It's the best kind of attention to detail. It's depth and meaning that will keep you busy for a long, long time. The final point I want to make here, guys, and something you really need to know about Neolithic, is it will be an infinitely generated game, much like No Man's Sky or Minecraft. You'll be able to endlessly build, explore, and expand from a small village to a large empire. Has any RTS done anything like this before? And if you do know, add it to the comments, because I've never come across anything like this before. It just sounds so interesting. The depth and the detail this game promises, coupled with the infinite factor, is just really something else. So far, the game is about halfway done with a number of features like AI functionality, various character types, trade systems, and more still in the works. But what we've got so far looks really promising, and I for one cannot wait to get my hands on it. The Kickstarter page also mentions possible future DLCs, expansions, and more, so the developer obviously has a lot more planned for the project that we'll just have to wait and see. And that's it, guys. Neolithic First City States is my 6th spotlight in the series, and next to other indie games like Falling Frontier or Manor Lords, looks just as promising. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and found it informative. If you did, give the video a like and absolutely drop your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. What do you think about Neolithic so far? If you want to find out more, be sure to drop by the game's Discord, which you can find in the description of this video, and definitely subscribe to the channel for more strategy content, gameplay, and news just like this, especially if you'd like to see more spotlights. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.